What is up? Welcome back to another video episode of the news. It is Monday. It is Monday. It is Monday.
Wrong call.
Monday. So let's get into the news. If you join the channel and become a Bronco Buddy, you get that special shout out every week. You also get access to exclusive videos, early access to other videos, and all sorts of other great perks. So join the channel so you don't miss out on that. If you can't join, completely fine. Just like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to support what I'm doing here. It helps a lot, and you won't miss out on future news videos and other videos I'm working on. So it's a bit of a weird one this week for you. I'll level with you. There's not a lot of film news. There's a lot of film adjacent news, and there's a lot of creative liberties that I took in compiling this list of news that I want to talk about. So if you're hoping for new film stock release, new this thing, new camera project, there is one of those, so maybe hang on for that. But for the most part, I'll just see you next week. Sorry. There is some stuff to talk about though, so we'll get into it. We'll begin with the most film related news, and that is the Q2 2025 Kodak Financial Reports. They've not been released yet. As I record these videos on the Sunday before the Monday they release, the call is scheduled for today, Monday, at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So I will compile some of the data that they talk about, and we'll talk about it next week. So if you want to stay tuned for that. This isn't a new project, but it's new to me. It's one of those things I kind of stumbled upon. But it's a guy in Japan who's making his own camera. Suzuki Handmade Camera Factory, handmadecamera.com. He has a website, he also has an Instagram, and a lot of it is videos of him using milling machines to kind of craft a camera body. Now, it looks like he's making fairly good progress on a prototype. Very fascinating stuff as one that really does enjoy camera functions and such. So seeing that being produced is fascinating. It'll be utilizing the Leica M39 screw mount. It'll be machined out of metal. I highly encourage you to check him out on Instagram, his website as well, and just kind of see where things are at, because it is quite fascinating. I reached out to the guy, and he's very, very kind on the internet, so hoping to stay in touch with him, ask him some more questions, and bring some more information to the table. But this is just something I stumbled upon, and I think it'd be kind of cool to see a new Leica-esque project come out of Japan, even though it has nothing really to do with Leica, although I think he's modeling it after Leica bodies and such. I was at Costco the other day getting some stuff for the office, and I saw something that made me very confused. And then I had a brief recollection of seeing it a month or so ago, but it's a Minolta camera at Costco, and I was like, there's no way. So I Googled it, and unfortunately there is a way. This is the Minolta camera MND23 48 megapixel point and shoot selfie digital camera. Now, I am not the smartest person at all times, but I would say I've been around the block enough to know that this is just a big old waste of time and money. The selfie camera is garbage. It is a product of the early 2000s iPod, touch camera. The main camera itself is an abomination, I think, and it shoots on a micro SD, which in and of itself is not an issue, but it's indicative overall of a larger problem. This thing is crap. I know that this isn't Minolta proper, because Minolta has been sold to Sony and sold to other subsidiaries and whatnot, but this is just embarrassing, I think, and how the mighty Minolta has fallen. Not even whatever. It just was a thing I saw in person, and I was like, this is terrifying. Then moving on to other scams, I'll call it, we have CampSnap, which is a brand I don't talk about ever because I value my time and yours. But this is the CS8 digital video camera The issue I have with this might be requiring of a more full video because I have so many thoughts and not many of them are positive. But just to get into the news bit of it, I guess I'll talk about this camera. It is a camcorder that's made to reminisce the joys of shooting Super 8 with the modern convenience of digital filmography, videography, whatever you want to call it. There's no playback screen, because why would there be? There's a rechargeable battery, and you can change your aspect ratios. There's the traditional zoom buttons. There's an analog battery meter to show you how alive or dead your battery is. You pull the trigger to record, much like you would with a Super 8 camera. The footage itself looks like it was shot on a phone, but maybe with some like texture overlaid with it. So it's just worse. It's bigger than a phone, but has the form factor of a Super 8 camera. And I can only presume that it is really like lightweight and plasticky. I've seen the Camp Snap digital cameras, and they're like cheap disposable plastics. And I'd imagine kind of what this is. That came up on as an ad. It's like, check this out, ruined my day. So I thought I would share the joy. To round out some of the more less fun news with some more fun news, there was that David Lynch auction that took place a little bit ago, and there were some comments like, oh, I wonder who got this, I wonder who got that. Guy on YouTube who I like watching his stuff, James Hoffman. He's a English barista channel, talks about coffee in a very like accessible and informative manner. He got one of the coffee makers. It was like a weird espresso from the 70s maker, and he does a little video on it, and it's really great. So I'd recommend you check that out. It's kind of a fun little thing, and if you're into coffee, or you might want to be into coffee, James Hoffman is a great channel for that. Not super film related, but I was talking about the David Lynch auction, so if you think about it enough, it's a bit of a stretch, but I think we can make it happen. And our final bit of news is the Ricoh GR4. Sam Streetlife, I think his name is, did a video on it. 15 minute video of him talking about the camera, kind of comparing it to the GR3, which is a very popular camera amongst street photographers. So the GR4 seems to be, in Samuel's words here, a refinement, not a major improvement. Faster autofocus and faster screen blackout. I may be incorrect about this, so comment down below if I am, but it sounds like it's the shutter itself. The shutter is speeding up. So when you take a picture, the screen blacks out, and then you can take another picture. And that blackout has been decreased, like the time that the screen is black has been decreased. And I'm imagining that that's like the shutter processing the image, but I could be incorrect about that. So it's a little bit faster, there's better focus tracking, there's better stuff like that. It still has no weatherproofing, or I think there's dust proofing maybe, but there's no weatherproofing, which for a camera this size isn't like the most shocking thing in the world. You'd be surprised how unhelpful weather sealing and weatherproofing can be for like small compact cameras. It's usually like dust that's the primary issue. All sorts of fun knowledge that I have in my head instead of precious childhood memories, but the Ricoh GR4 looks like it is offering more of what Ricoh GR people are wanting, which I guess is good. It's really not for me, and it's probably not for you. I just felt like this was important to bring to people's attention, but we'll move on to the shoutouts. These are just channels, creators, people in the space that I like. I encourage you to check them out as well. Of course, if you want to customize your camera in any significant way, check out Colorful Analog Cameras, all sorts of creative skins and different leather covers for cameras at very affordable rates. Check her out on all the social medias. There's also Reveni Labs, good friend of the program, creator of fantastic tools for film photography, analog photography, anything in that space. Really great guy. Go support him. And finally, we have the app Frames, and this is a great app if you want to have a easy to use digital way of keeping track of your analog photography. So check out that app as well. We'll round up the news with the Kodak Q2 financial results call happening very soon, a new film camera project coming out of Japan, a terrible camera for sale at Costco that has Minolta markings on it, but no real tie to the brand other than that. We have another terrible camera from Camp Snap, which is looking to recreate the vintage aesthetics of Super 8 with all the cheap plastickiness of modern day capitalism. We've got a video with David Lynch's coffee brewer from James Hoffman, and we have a review on the Ricoh GR4. So nothing really film related, but still some interesting stuff that's quasi-adjacent to film photography. But that's all for the news today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. Again, like the video if you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.